Hi, I'm Jim Johnson.
And I'm Rachel Trout, here co-hosting with Jim today.
And we're glad to have you here. We're at Time in the Kitchen on West Franklin Street on the west side of Evansville, Indiana. As you can see, we're in the kitchen today. Normally you see me on a grill, but today you're going to see us in the kitchen. We're going to put a meal together for you and your family because we want you to enjoy a meal at home. Winter's got us down, COVID's got us down. We're here, we're excited about doing this. Today we're going to do an appetizer, we're going to do a protein, we're going to do a side dish, and a dessert. So we want you to sit back, tune in, get your notepads out because we're going to give you little tips and tricks as we go, and we're going to have a great time today. So we're looking forward to having you come aboard with us, and now we're going to get to cooking. Got some beautiful pork chops here, as you can see. We're going to have those for dinner. So this is something that's going to be quick, it's going to be easy, fun to fix. So Rachel, if we could, what I'm going to do is have you bring the pan out. What she's going to do is she's going to take these chops and she's putting some Becky Sue rub on there. The reason we use the Becky Sue rub is the fact that it's my rub. And you know, I'm a little selfish and everything, so I get to use a selfish plug. We're at Beautiful Time in the Kitchen today, and they sell this rub. But it's a real nice dry rub. It's good on everything except your eyeball. Do not put it in your eyeball. Ask me why I know that. Beautiful pork chops, well seasoned. We're gonna go to the oven with this. We're gonna just cook it until we get an internal temperature of 100 and at least 45 degrees. So we're looking for 145 internal temp. Once we do that, then we know that we can eat the pork. So what do you think, Rachel?
All right, they look pretty good. I'm excited to get them in the oven.
Beautiful, beautiful pork chops, well thick. So we go in, we have a butcher. These came from Day Wiggs Meats here locally in southern Indiana. We can go in and order it, pre-order it. We can go in and pick it up. Rachel goes and picks these up. They're 1.5 inches thick, and you can see they're very thick. They're gonna be juicy, they're gonna be very tender and ready to go. Rachel has smoked sausage, and as you can see, this smoked sausage actually has cheese in it. She's cut her bacon half in two, long ways, and you can see what she's doing is she's wrapping it around the smoked sausage. Looks really, really good. You can put it on the grill in summertime, put it in the oven in the wintertime. It's not a problem. Either way, you're gonna cook it until the bacon gets done. Our purpose today is to make you better than your neighbor. How are we gonna do that? Look what she's got. She's got pineapple here. She's got cream cheese here. She has Rotel. So she's gonna add cream cheese, Rotel, and crushed pineapple. And when she does, she's gonna mix all that up and she's gonna make a really nice mix. Then she's gonna take a teaspoon and she's gonna put a dollop in each one of those little crowns. And by doing so, now we've got a flavor profile that's far better than anything your neighbors ever had. Sprinkle a little Becky Sue rub on. Becky Sue rub's good on everything. We use it on scrambled eggs. It's good on everything. So just don't put it in your eye. Remember, do not put it in your eye. I'm telling you why. Send me an email. I'll tell you why. So what's happening is it looks gorgeous now. She's going to take this. We're going to go to the oven with it. And in the meantime, I'm going to get started on a sauce and a glaze that we're going to use for the pork chops.
Oh, hey, Jim, these pork chops are looking really good. I think they might need to be flipped.
Those look really, really good. Oh yeah, a really nice bark. We flipped it. She's done a really good job. We're getting ready to go back in the oven with these, and we'll come back and check on those in a few minutes. We're gonna make a jalapeno pineapple glaze. This is gonna go on those pork chops that Rachel's got going in the oven right now. She's got she's just checked on them. They don't like much, but we've got to be ready for it. So to do that, we need to make a glaze. And why are we making a glaze for a pork chop that's already gonna taste well? Is because we wanna be better than your neighbor. So we're gonna take our jalapeno, gonna slice it in half. You can see the white seeds. You see the white seeds? What happens is you got the seeds and the white pulp. We want to take that out unless you like a lot of heat. If you like a lot of heat, leave it in because that's where the majority of the heat's going to be. Look how beautiful that is. Excellent job. This turned out really good. We're going to do the next one just the same way. Get a spoon, go right underneath it, and again, don't let any of this get in your eyes because you will not be a happy camper. A little trick I learned a long, long time ago. If I do this and I've got the flavor of this jalapeno on my fingers because I'm not using gloves, and I'm using my bare hands because you know this is going to burn my eyes if I ever go to my eyes with it. So what you do is take a little bit of olive oil, put olive oil, about a tablespoon of olive oil in your hand and rub it all over your hands. Go to the sink and then put Dawn dishwashing detergent on top of it and then wash it until your hands are clean. Should take away the burn. So we're gonna do that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back and with our knife, one of the things that I want you to do is that in your lifetime, I want you to own 2 good knives. One of them is gonna be a chef's knife and the other is gonna be a paring knife. Now when you get ready to handle one, I'm looking for one that's got a round blade so that it'll rock on the cutting board. I want a high handle so that when I grab it and I go down and I cut, my knuckles don't hit the cutting board. So I want something like that. So what I do is I take my finger and my thumb and I just squeeze the blade, just like so, and then I wrap my hand around the blade. By doing so, if my hand ever gets wet, oily, it never turns in there, so I have complete control of that knife blade. So we're gonna do this again. We're gonna come down, we're gonna dice it really, really fine. Now we're gonna come back and dice it. This is where the chef knife comes in very, very handy, folks. So we're gonna put it like so, and then just rock. See how we're rocking? We're just gonna rock. So I'm just gonna give it one more rough chop. Remember how I said, get a knife that you can just rock? Look how easy that is. What are we trying to do today? We want to be better than the neighbor. So we're gonna add this to our pineapple glaze. We've got the pineapple in there. I put just a tablespoon of brown sugar. We're gonna take this to the stove top and we're gonna cook it down just a little bit. So I wanna make a nice little glaze with this, and then we're just gonna cook this. As you can see, Rachel's got 14 pots going here. I only have one, so apparently I'm not trying to keep up. What she's got is she's working on her jalapeno pineapple glaze. That's gonna go over our pork chops. Here she has heavy whipping cream, and she's got that turned down really low, but it's heated up. You can see it starting to bubble and sizzle. She's gonna take this and go over to her mixing bowl, and as she slowly pours it in, she's gonna take her spoon, and then she's going to take that, and as she does that, she's going to make a ganache. Now here, I have some bacon. But in here, I put 4 tablespoons of butter with a bunch of bacon. And the reason I did this is we're gonna make what's called candied bacon. Cut it down in little strips, fried it up a little bit, remove the grease, and now we've added a brown sugar to it. So we're gonna cook this down until it gets hot. Look at this beautiful job she's got going with this ganache. We've got this ganache going. So now it's going to be a really nice thick. She's working it down. It's slowly but surely melting from the heat from the heavy whipping cream. We're going to take the brownies out. She's going to glaze it with that. And just before we cut them, we're going to add the candied bacon to the top. That's going to bring another flavor profile you've never seen in a brownie. So we're indoors today. We can't be out on the smoker, but we're trying to make something simple for the family, and I think everybody's gonna like this next dish, mac and cheese. But what we're doing is we're gonna put our twist on it. Rachel's here, she's already started her mac and cheese. Rachel, I think you have something special you're gonna put in this?
Yeah, I have a little bit of crab meat here.
A little bit? That looks like a whole lot.
A pretty big bowl.
Remember, the reason we're here is to make you better than your neighbor. She's already cooked the noodles, so she's got the noodles boiled up, and she's added some Velveeta cheese along the bottom layer of the pan, put her noodles on top, and then we've added shredded cheese to it, so we've added an extra consistency. But now we want to do something just a little bit different. And if anybody's ever been to one of our classes, they know we're big on bacon. Why are we big on bacon? Because it tastes good. If you don't have enough flavor then, you add bacon and butter. Just with her fingers, she's gonna spread it out over the top so that we can add that nice little flavor and that nice little profile to this. So now she's gonna take some herbs, and she's just using some regular French or Mediterranean herbs. She's gonna take a teaspoon and drizzle right over the top, and it's just gonna lightly cover everything, 1 teaspoon. Now what I normally do is we normally use seasoned breadcrumbs. But because I forgot the breadcrumbs, Rachel said, I will save you today, Jim. So she's taken a sleeve of Ritz crackers, put them in a Ziploc bag, and taken a roller pin to it. So she's taken a rolling pin, rolled them out, and she has her own little breadcrumbs. So she's gonna take this, sprinkle right over the top, and then when we do, you just use your hand, just sprinkle it evenly all the way across. So she's gonna sprinkle it even. She's gonna use all those breadcrumbs. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back and we're gonna cut a few pats of butter, put on top of this, and we're going to the oven with it. We're gonna go to the oven, we're gonna cook it until it's done. Because it's already been boiled, crab meat just needs to be warmed up. So we're gonna reheat this up, melt the cheese. Once we melt the cheese, we're gonna be ready to go. This is the time we've all been looking for. Rachel and I have been slaving over a hot stove trying to bring you a fantastic dinner. What she's got is, as you can see, her pork chops have come out. We're gonna start plating. Look at this beautiful plate. She's got her pork chop here, beautifully done. She's got her mac and cheese that she's got what, bacon in it, you got crab meat in it, you've got your, we call these pork shots or pineapple shots, because what we did is we used the smoked sausage, the bacon, the cream cheese, all those ingredients going together with rotel. We made the pineapple jalapeno glaze. So what we're gonna do is we reduce that down, and we're just gonna come back and we're just gonna put a dollop right over the center of that. Isn't that beautiful? So we've got that. The only thing this plate needs is your neighbor to come over and taste it, because then they will know you're better than their neighbor. Rachel has been working really hard on the brownies. She's got the brownies up. Now I'm gonna hold this bowl for her, and she's gonna take this ganache. This ganache is nothing but chocolate chips along with heavy whipping cream. And we use the heavy whipping cream to melt this. We want that ganache everywhere. Normally what we would do is we would take this and cut it, and then when we do, we'd put the ganache on it, and then we'd serve in individual servings. So my rationale is since I get to be part of the TV show, this is one serving, so it's all mine. And it's gonna be really good. So we're not gonna cut this just yet. We're gonna serve this up to the people behind the cameras instead of the people in front of the cameras. And as you can see, it's turned out really nice. She's done an excellent job with this, but again, what are we trying to do? We want to be better than the neighbor. We took bacon and made it candied. We took the brown sugar and candied it up, and you can just see, that is pure goodness right there, folks. This right here, this is an explosion of flavors when you put all this together. We're starting to do a lot of food shows, so we're hoping to start a YouTube channel with just the cooking version, and she and I will be doing a lot of cooking together, and we hope that you tune in. We hope you reach out to us and that you're happy with what you're seeing here. As you see now, we have our beautiful brownies with the candied bacon. We have the pork chop with the jalapeno pineapple glaze. We have the mac and cheese with the bacon and the crab meat. And we have the pineapple pork chops. So is there anything else that you would like to know? Get in touch with us. We'll be glad to have it. Rachel, thank you again for all your hard work.
Thanks for having me.
I think this is a lovely meal. I think any family would love it. Rachel is busy cooking all the time because she has 4 kids. And so being able to plan a menu and make it quick, easy, and delicious is something she's good at. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let you guys check this out one last time, and we look forward to seeing you down the road. And don't forget, we're gonna make you better than your neighbor.